What is going on YouTube? This is Acid Roots Wires. This is the prologue to the new game I'm starting up on this channel, Tekken 4, as far as these fairs going to happen. Now this is a game I've been touting, and particularly I said I was going to kick off even as far back as 2024. Now it's not like I was going to start it in 2024, but I had said in 2024 that I was going to start this in like the spring of 2025. But with some of the slag and mishaps that kind of happened throughout this channel, between the computer breaking that had my original setup and the memory card, some of the footage getting deleted, it kind of sabotaged like a series of updates for like the spring and summer this year. But the factoid about it, we're getting back into the swing of things for the autumn and winter of this particular aspect here, so we're going to get towards some of these type ones. This is particularly a pretty good game within these pitches. I wanted to do it kind of within a different type spin. Now the pitch behind it, in this particular episode, you're going to see me select like the easy difficulty setting for this. I may switch it to like later on, it just depends. Like I do own a PlayStation Classic which has Tekken 3 on there, and particularly when playing through that one, that's actually a pretty tough game even on the easiest difficulty setting. So I'm just kind of being proactive to make sure that I can actually get through this game so I can complete a few. So I recognize with a lot of these, it's been multiple years I've been trying to get a lot of these games done. It's just kind of pitched a lot of these settings of the difficulty just really kick off pretty roughly, and it's this kind of aspect as far as getting towards it. But I would definitely like to think within the aspects, at least if I cannot complete this game on normal mode, I would say you'll at least get an easy mode run through with this particular game. So that's the factor we're going to dive into first. But probably what I'll do is at least beat the game twice so you can fight all the characters. You can at least see all the characters. Kind of the pitch as far as saying, that's one thing about watching fighting games for me when you watch them on like particular YouTube, is some folks will only play through the game once, and as a result you don't get to see all the characters. So it's definitely worth it to be able to showcase all the characters, be able to see all the ones so you know what they're about and so on type pitches. Now I recognize that, you know, YouTube's almost 20 years old, pitches like that, it's kind of fair, but actually it's over 20 years old, but it's this kind of pitch as far as saying, just being able to, I'm going to probably play through this game first as Paul, and then I'll go through it as Jin later. Now Jin you unlock, I looked it up, you unlock Jin just by beating the arcade mode once. So I'll particularly, starting with episode 1, I'm going to play through arcade mode. I am assuming that you can't really save halfway through it, so it's kind of fair. I think you have to do like arcade mode in one sitting. So this is kind of fair. I'll have to do that and just get a series of those kind of revved up. I think there's probably at least 7, maybe 10 or 12. I don't know how many fights there's going to be in arcade mode, but it's kind of the pitch. I'm going to do that on easy, get a series of those episodes, and it probably should be, you'll get a healthy bounty of these within these fairs as far as these pitches going to happen, just to be able to get some of that. It'll just be kind of a loud pack. I may not be able to beat this complete game full bound. I'm definitely not going to do it with all the characters, but I think it just would be a nice healthy update to get some of these type ones, to be a nice pizza, stash some of these type fairs, get some liquor nearby. If you got a bottle of Bacardi, there's some good type fairs for just like a round of crazes and pitches like that. So it's just kind of the ordeal as far as saying, I know this is a pretty sleek type game, so I definitely appreciate the aspect behind it here. But yeah, so you'll at least be saying, I'll probably at least beat this game arcade and story mode with at least Paul and Jin, some of those type of ones, but it's kind of the pitch. I don't know if I question if you fight all the characters without unlocking them, but we'll figure it out as kind of things go along within these pitches. But yeah, at least there'll be more to it if I can complete this game on normal, but I'm at least going to start with easy just to make sure we at least see some of these endings, because otherwise a lot of these games are just going to keep stretching on. I do want to get to more new games, pitches like that on this particular channel, but it's just kind of wrap up of some of these being able to be done. That's kind of fair. So this is a bonus little treat and appetizer, just a primer to let you guys know what's going to be happening with it, but just enjoy the playlist of this game, pitches like that, and we'll get towards that.